This is such a weird time to live in. Um, 2020 has, like, I mean, you've probably seen Corey Kenshin's video, even Afro Senju's video. A lot of people made their videos about this already. But the reason I want to make this video is because YouTube is my largest platform. 2.2k subs. You know, we're heading up to 2.3. Love ya. I know this is an anime channel or whatever, but sometimes the world just keeps throwing haymakers. You know what I mean? The world in 2020 hasn't been holding back. The punches have been flying, and it just seems like it's not gonna stop. And I want to make this video to like make it just clear that like fuck racism. Like, I'm Hispanic, I'm Puerto Rican, um, and racism is destroying our country. Like, it's not even something new. It's something that we've known for so long. It's something that African Americans have been fighting for like hundreds of years. They thought they finally got something in the '60s with MLK, Malcolm X, and so on and so forth. And it really was just like a band-aid on top of a crack. And we had the Corona pandemic. I don't care about this video being monetized. It's not gonna be monetized anyway. We had the Corona pandemic in the first like half of this year. Like, we literally just got to the halfway point. At the end of June, we're gonna be in the halfway point. And there's protesting, rioting for Black Lives Matter. Um, I'm not gonna talk like the looting. I'm just gonna say it all right here. The looting is the people that are focusing on the looting. It doesn't make it just baffles my mind because like you're cherry picking such a huge movement by like looting is making the BLM movement look bad. That's a fact. The looting in general is awful. Everyone knows this. It's not even just black people looting. It's white people. Everyone's looting. People are taking advantage of this situation. But the rioting, the protesting, the fighting, the chanting, everything has been justified. Like, when is it gonna end? You know what I mean? Like, all all black people want to do is just be heard. They just want to be heard. They just want to be and feel human. They don't want to, go out for a jog and be afraid of not coming back. They don't want to go to a bodega and be afraid of not coming back. Like, go to work, be afraid of not coming back. Like, just standing on your porch and not coming back. Going out for a drive and not coming back. But the police brutality in this country and even around the world, China, like France, everywhere, the whole world is in protest right now. And I've never seen anything like this. And police brutality is just... how can something so simple be such a hard concept for people? I don't understand it, man. How can racism bad get rid of bad cops / reform the system or just hold people accountable for their actions? The people that like... it's so simple. Our stupid president, literally, it took him how long to at least, like, we weren't ready for the Rona. The Rona happened and we were screwed for like 3 days to Sunday. Like, we weren't prepared, even though there was prior information about it, but we didn't get prepared. We didn't have like the medical stuff ready, none of the testing, none of that. And then the moment protesting is happening and like, riots popping off, he's quick to summon the National Guard. Like, it's just baffling. Sorry, my nephew's out in the other room, but this is the only time I can record. But a week of rioting and protesting, and a lot of peaceful protesting. People love to focus on the looting and the rioting, but all of the peaceful protesting that you have seen are all over social media. And what happens to those peaceful protesting? They get instigated, and then like the cops just incite stuff. Like, it just goes literally from 0 to 100 immediately. One shove, one rubber bullet, tear gas. They shot tear gas into a crowd to make way for the president so he can take a photo op in front of the burned church. Why? They were peacefully protesting. They weren't doing anything. So, like, I don't want to make this a long video because I really just wanted to get my emotions and stuff out there because I just don't get it, man. I've seen it, I've seen people against or like not really care about this situation within my the Hispanic community, when you would think that the Hispanic community would be right there. Just from my personal experience, I do see a lot of Hispanics for it too, but I see some Hispanics and people like, how can you not have empathy? It's just a human decency to just have empathy, man. You see these you see them struggling, you see them wanting help, wanting to be heard. Just help them, protest with them. Even if you don't go to a protest, speak out on your platform, or have an opinion, donate, or even share. If you can't donate, share the donation link, talk about it, push it forward, because we are in an age where social media dictates the future and dictates your lives. Essentially, someone could get canceled from a random tweet from 10 years ago in a matter of seconds, or at least canceled for a week, or whatever, according to Twitter. Like James Gunn got canned from what's it called, Guardians of the Galaxy, for a couple months because of a tweet that he made 10 years ago. Social media is the platform to, as toxic as it can be, having social media at our disposal at all times is why this movement is happening. If people weren't being documented, if that video of George Floyd didn't surface, it wouldn't have, because this isn't just George Floyd. This is literally everything that's been over the past year, 400 years, whatever, has been culminating into this point. It literally was the tip of the iceberg. That was it. All I gotta say at the end of the day, Black Lives Matter. Support them. Go to your protesting, whatever. Do what you can in your power to help them, educate people. Even educating people is good. At least tell them, inform them of the movement. Because I think the biggest misconception is that people think when they say Black Lives Matter, they only mean, they construed it from hashtag Black Lives Matter to hashtag only Black Lives Matter. That's what they think we're saying. That is not what we're saying. They're just saying that Black Lives Matters too. Because in this country, for 400 years, they haven't mattered. But they've given up and fought for this country just as much as every other race has fought for this country, if not more, and have to dealt with, imagine going to World War II as a black man, coming back to America, and instead of getting a hero's welcome, you get whipped, you get hosed, you get tossed into jail, it doesn't make any sense. There should literally be no opposition to this. Why are we summoning the National Guard on your own citizens for protesting? A right. It's literally, right now, it feels like it's literally the Second Amendment versus the First Amendment. But the problem is the Second Amendment is lethal. I had to just vent. I don't know. Fuck it. This video is gonna stay up. It's gonna stay up. I had to vent and express myself some way, shape, or form. And having at least 2.2K of you hopefully agree with me and don't leave. But if you do, I guess I know where that stands. You know what I mean? But nothing else to say, man. Just be safe. Support in any way you can. If you can go out to protesting, because the Rona is still happening, you guys gotta be careful out there. If you don't want to get hurt, because even the media is getting shot at, man, it's just a lot happening, man. And you can't get away from it, man. I don't want to get away from it because it's something that's really important for the future of everyone and for the future of this country. And I feel I don't want to get away from it, but every time you get on Facebook or something, you will see it. That's why I'm saying, you literally, to not be informed on this subject or on police brutality in general, you would literally have to have been living under a rock for the past, maybe your entire life, because it is literally all over social media. You will not escape from knowing this news. So, like I said, rest in peace to George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Trayvon Martin, David McCarthy. Everyone that has died either before, what caused it, or even after or during the protesting, rest in peace. No one deserves to die. There shouldn't be a celebration for either side having deaths. The reason we're here is be fighting for justice. It's not fighting to eliminate one another. You know what I mean? So all in all, focus your priorities. Keep fighting. Just because they raised a degree and put the other 4 or the other 3, along with what was his name, Derek Chauvin or whatever, into like custody or whatever, there's not a conviction yet. Keep fighting. Keep protesting. Keep being heard. Because apparently they're cut funding for like $150 million from like LAPD or whatever. You're being heard, even if it's late. You know, it's working. Keep being heard. The biggest thing is that don't settle for a band-aid on a crack. Don't settle for a band-aid on a dam that is full of water about to burst. Because that's all. Like, if you get the conviction and you stop, you're just settling for like the minimum. Because there's an overarching issue here aside from just the death. The death is the cause of this giant outburst and unrest and injustice. Get your justice for him, but also continue to fight for your rights, you know, for the future. So with all that being said, I'll see you all in the next one. I couldn't upload a normal reaction video or anything until I got this off my chest. So with all that being said, love you all. Stay safe, be peaceful, and fight for your rights. Bye, guys.